It's a Crazyquilt record show. I'm Brad.
I'm Billy.
And today we're talking about a couple of bands that put a lot of twists and turns in their soundscapes when they're making music. Today we're talking about Liars and a Denver band called Panal. Where do we start today, Billy? Tell me a little bit about Liars.
Liars. Good band. What can we say? They started off very dance punk, very abrasive sounding, and they definitely moved on into very experimental territory with the, as Brad said, soundscapes, very layered sounds, and not a or a verse chorus band. You're having some song structures on here that are definitely you don't know where they're gonna end up. One minute you're being lulled to sleep, and the next minute you're having your head bashed in. So it's a lot of surprises in the new Liars release, which is Sister World, that we have right here for you. So,
all right, so let's listen to a song off Sister World.
Here we go.
So that was Liars. That was a song off their new album, and as we said, we're talking about bands with unpredictable sounds in their songs.
That's right.
Billy, I was listening to them. They had sort of a psychedelic bent on some of the songs in this record. Reminded me of some of early Pink Floyd, like Careful with That Axe, Eugene type of stuff, which I had never really heard many bands take as an influence, but I think that the new Liars is kind of like that. I think you definitely can hear that in the new Flaming Lips. It's interesting to hear that in some recent records.
Yeah, it's kind of does seem kind of like a strange influence for people to be taking on right now, doesn't it?
That's just because you hate Pink Floyd.
I actually don't. I've tried to give them a chance, and I do like the metal EP or whatever that is.
Okay, yeah.
But I just.
Well, it's an album. It's just one of the songs is 23 minutes.
Okay.
So, all right, man. What are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah, there you go, Bill. All right, so next up, we're talking about a local band called Panal. We have their CD here. Very cool band, and we will just go straight into listening to one of their songs right now. So that was a snippet of Panal, and there's really no way to get the full effect of one of the songs without listening to it all the way through, because it's very different from one 20-second snippet to the next. Right. When you listen to these guys. When you see them live, it's kind of an adventure. They will start with some very quiet melodic guitar passages and keyboard passages, and then they'll just be wailing away and sound like Rage Against the Machine. And they have a huge variety of equipment on stage, right?
Huge arsenal. You're talking samplers. You're talking pedals, turning guitars into
bass guitars.
Yeah,
yes,
bass guitars. You have I believe you saw the drummer even with the keyboard up there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you'll one of the more active, what I recall seeing them live, one of the more members seemed really active, just switching from his guitar all the way rushing over to the keyboards and playing some midsection, and I think you're just trying to keep up with what it is that they're doing. A lot of stuff going on in their music.
Yeah, very cool. Panal rocks. One of the very cool bands in Denver, and you actually can find them outside of Denver too, because I believe they've been doing some touring. They've been through the Midwest recently, and a band well worth checking out to get the full effect. What else is going on today, Billy? We were talking about the Human Centipede, right?
We were. We were watching a clip or a trailer, I guess, before we filmed this episode.
For this horrible, atrocious movie that's so messed up it went straight to midnight showings at the Mayan.
Seems like there's always like one messed up movie every 10 years or something. Like 10 years ago it wasn't like Blair Witch or something, I don't know, and now it's...
I think Blair Witch cannot hold a candle to the Human Centipede.
Well, this is 10 years later.
Google Human Centipede, if you will. All right. On that note, the twists and turns of the human centipede.
Yes.
Check out Panal or check out Liars. And thanks for watching.